Oh, the arrogance of memory loss. You lose by 10 runs on national television, and the very next day, Vegas looks at you like you're the prom king all over again. Short memory, long odds. Gotta love it. Toronto's walking in tonight like yesterday didn't happen. Like Tyler O'Neill didn't send one to the moon. Like Rutschman and Mullins didn't turn Rogers Center into a launch site. Like the Orioles didn't smash 6 home runs and leave a crater where your opening day dreams used to be. But here we are. Blue Jays are still minus 129 favorites. Must be nice to have friends in the market. Why? 2 words. Kevin Gausman. He's getting the nod tonight for Toronto. His first start of the season. 8th time facing his ex. Record, 2-4. Era, 4.75. That's not dominance. That's familiarity with disappointment. Baltimore's counter, Charlie Morton. Also making his first start. Clean slate. No era. Just smoke and a grudge. Now let's chew on last season's trends. Jays were favorites in 80 games. 44-1. That's a 55% hit rate. But when the odds were minus 129 or shorter, it dipped to 53.3%. Not exactly ironclad. Baltimore, underdogs in 41 games. 23-1. That's 56.1%. And when they were at plus 110 or worse, even better, 57.1%. You see the math shaping up. Alright, let's talk guts. The Blue Jays scored 4.1 runs per game last season. That put them at 23rd in the league. Bottom third. They hit just 156 home runs, 5th lowest in the majors. Batting average, 241. Now here's the kicker, they struck out just 7.6 times a game. That's tight, 6th best. But pitching, 8.3 strikeouts per 9 innings. Ranked 23rd. Era, 4.30. Ranked 22nd. That's not elite. That's elevator music. Meanwhile, the Orioles. Oh, the Orioles. 4th in runs scored with 786. 2nd in homers, 235. Batting average, 250, good for 7th in the majors. Strikeouts per game, 8.4. Solid. Pitching, a 3.95 era, 14th in baseball. Strikeouts per 9, 8.6, ranked 15th. They weren't just winning, they were doing it with style. Want names? Here we go. Toronto's got Vlad Jr., hitting, 323 last season with 103 RBI. Santander with 44 bombs and 102 runs driven in. Springer had a quiet year. 220 average. Andres Jimenez, 252. Efficient, not flashy. Baltimore, Adley Rutschman hit, 250 with 19 homers and 21 doubles. Ryan O'Hearn, 264 with 15 bombs. Cedric Mullins, 234 and 18 home runs. Colton Cowser, 242 with 24 long balls and 24 doubles. That's a chessboard with power on every square. So let's call it what it is. One team got embarrassed, the other broke records. And yet here we are again, Vegas still tipping its hat to the past. But I'm not here for nostalgia. I'm here for what's next. And today's AI pick is Orioles moneyline at plus 106. Revenge is sweet, but value is sweeter. Onto game 2.
You smell that? That's fear. Soaked into the Rangers' dugout carpet after Wilyer Abro took their souls last night. Twice. Man didn't just hit 2 home runs, he owned the moment. Signed it, sealed it, mailed it back with a middle finger and a Red Sox stamp. And what's Vegas do? Makes Boston a soft 116 favorite like they're not sure if last night really happened. Spoiler alert, it did. I watched it twice. Tonight, we got Tanner Houck stepping up for the Sox. All-star last year. Throws heat with bad intentions. Built like a man who doesn't believe in walks or second chances. And for Texas? Jack Leader. Big name. Big pedigree. First-round hype machine. But this ain't the SEC. This is Globe Life, and he's standing across from a team that just steamrolled his squad in their own house. And let me tell you what's worse than losing on opening day. Losing again the very next night when the stadium still smells like burnt leather and broken pride. Now let's talk facts, not feelings. Red Sox won 40 of 78 games as moneyline favorites last year. That's 51.3%. But when the line looked like tonight, 116 or shorter, they jumped to 53.6%. Respectable. Like a poker player who knows when to push. Not pray. Texas's dogs? 69 times they were under. Only won 23. That's 33.3%. That's not a dog with bite. That's a dog that rolls over and waits for the next treat. They're predicting Rangers 5, Red Sox 4. Cute. Keep drinking that lukewarm simulation soup. Boston's rolling in with bats that make noise. Duran hit 285 last year with 21 homers. Bregman, 151 hits, 315 OBP. Divas, a 272 average with 28 bombs and 83 knocked in. And Rafaela, quiet, but deadly. Think ninja, not samurai. Texas ain't toothless though. Semien dropped 23 homers. Seager launched 30. Langford, 16 homers, 25 doubles. Jock Peterson? He's got power, sure. 23 long balls and a grin like he's always in on the joke. But this ain't a joke, not tonight. Over-under's 8.5. Models like the over, I like wins. And today's AI pick is Red Sox money line at 116. Because revenge is temporary. Momentum? That's gold. And tonight, Boston ain't sharing. Let's keep the fire burning. On to Game 3.
You know what I love about the Mets? They don't fake it. When they fall flat, they at least own it. Unlike some people who swear they're ready to go, then come up short the moment things get tight. Soto had the bases loaded, Clyde. The lights were bright, the crowd was waiting, and he froze. Couldn't rise to the moment. Sound familiar?
You want to talk about last night, Bonnie? Let's talk about last night. The Mets had two chances. One in the 8th, loaded the bases. Nothing. One in the 9th, Lindor sac fly. Then Soto? Yeah, he whiffed. That's not pressure. That's collapse. Tyler Meagill's on the mound, and Vegas ain't buying the romance. Houston's minus 134. They've got Hunter Brown, hard-throwing righty with something to prove. And unlike some people, when he's asked to deliver, he does.
Cute. Real cute. Let's keep it up, Clyde. I mean the jokes. Let's talk odds. Astros won 60.2% of games when the money line looked like this. They're killers when expected. But the Mets? They were underdogs 75 times and still won 34. That's not a rollover. That's a team that fights, even when their so-called ace is melting down. And don't act like you didn't see what Acuna did. 9th inning walk, fouling off everything Hader had. That's fight. That's grit. You remember grit, right?
I remember reality. Alvarez hit 308 last season with 35 home runs. Altuve, OBP of 350. Yainer Diaz, 299 average, 84 RBI. This lineup doesn't blink. And Meagill? He better hope the bullpen's ready, cause after last night, they've already burned Braves open for 2.1 scoreless. Holmes, disaster. Acuna's error, gift wrapped the third run. Mets got talent, but Houston's got finishes. And today's AI pick is Astros moneyline at minus 134. Because sometimes, Bonnie, when the pressure's on, you either step up, or you lie there pretending the night wasn't a total embarrassment. On to Game 4.
You ever wonder what happens when two heavyweights get off the mat swinging? That's what we've got tonight in San Diego. Padres and Braves, Game 2, and trust me, this one ain't gonna be quiet. Opening day. Braves jumped early. 4 runs in 4 innings. Ozzie Albies sent one deep. Austin Riley followed suit. But after that, silence. Padres shut him down, flipped the script, and walked away with a 7-4 win. Tonight, it's Reynaldo Lopez on the hill for Atlanta. 8 wins, 5 losses, a sparkling 1.99 ERA last year. And a spring training where he clocked in with a 2.08 ERA over 13 innings. Solid. Dependable. But peel back the curtain and what do you see? Baseball savant numbers don't lie. 20th percentile in hard hit rate, 23rd in exit velocity, 26th in barrel percentage. That's not elite. That's a man walking a tightrope. Last year against San Diego. 2 starts, 12.1 innings, 6 runs on 12 hits. They got to him. And then there's Dylan Cease. Padres ace in waiting. 14 wins last year, 3.47 ERA. Spring training. Nasty 1-0 with a 3.26 ERA, 1.09 WHIP. You wanna talk filth? 92nd percentile in whiff rate, 89th in strikeouts. That slider. A 0.159 batting average against 141 punchouts. It's his weapon of choice. But don't get too comfortable. Braves might have lost last night, but this lineup's dangerous. Acuna and Murphy, stride roll out, sure. But they've still got Riley Albies and enough muscle to make any pitcher sweat. Padres. They don't blink. 10 hits on opening day. 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. 5 stolen bases. That's not luck, that's pressure. Relentless. And here's the kicker. Both teams' bullpens. Not exactly airtight. You saw it last night. Once the starters leave, anything goes. The total tonight, set at 7.5. And today's AI pick is over 7.5 because when you've got two lineups like this, two starters with something to prove and bullpens that bleed runs, you don't bet on a quiet night. You bet on fireworks. On to Game 5.
You ever seen a machine that doesn't stop? That's the Dodgers. They don't blink. They don't breathe. They just keep coming. 2 games in Tokyo, 2 wins over the Cubs like it was light work. And now they're back home, ready to carve up the Tigers. Detroit? They're still looking for a pulse at the plate. Last year, they made the playoffs because they pitched their way in. 5th in runs allowed, 3rd best ERA. But at the plate, dead weight. 24th in home runs. A 234 batting average like they're swinging blindfolded. Jack Flaherty's getting the ball tonight. Tigers brought him back after he won a ring with these Dodgers last year. He knows this mound. 9 starts at Dodger Stadium, 3-2 with a 3.10 ERA. Against the Dodgers? 7 career starts, 2.75 ERA. But they've seen him before, 19 for 70 off him. 4 home runs, and Freddie Freeman? 7 for 19. Conforto? 4 for 6. Dodgers don't forget. On the other side? Yamamoto. Fresh off a World Tour beatdown of the Cubs, 5 innings. 1 earned run. Rookie season last year, 3.00 ERA, 1.11 whip. At Dodger Stadium? 9 starts, 3.0, 2.98 ERA. And don't sleep on that bullpen. Missing 3 arms, sure. But 10 innings in Tokyo, 1.80 ERA, 0.43 FIP. That's not a pen, that's a lockbox. The Dodgers lineup? They led the league in OPS last year. 3rd in homers, 2nd in runs scored. When they start rolling, they don't stop. And tonight, they've got a pitcher they've seen, they've hit. And they've beaten. And today's AI pick is Dodgers, 1.5 at plus 120. Because some nights, the machine doesn't just win, it crushes. Now, let's talk business. Here's your recap. Game 1, Orioles moneyline at plus 106. Game 2, Red Sox moneyline at 116. Game 3, Astros moneyline at 134. Game 4, over 7.5 in Braves vs. Padres. Game 5, Dodgers, 1.5 at plus 125 picks. 5 games. All delivered clean, sharp, and professional. If you want more cold-blooded, fact-loaded, unapologetic picks, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button. Smash subscribe. Or don't. But when the smoke clears and the dust settles, you'll wish you had. Because we don't guess. We don't gamble. We execute. See you on the next one.